front of law when it comes to maintenance and yes, acts and maintenance. So I personally feel that being a citizen of especially India, if they are coming under the category of law, like for example we have Special Marriage Act, so if same-sex marriage is also legalized, and it will be a good thing because when you recognizing marriage be a homosexuality, it is also giving certain rights, because if your marriage, we know that this is a social thing, social identity. When you recognize in the front of law, it is also giving you certain rights. So when you recognize this homosexuality marriage, the couples, they are also getting certain rights, like for example maintenance and also property rights. Any more questions?
Thank you, Deepasri, for your nice presentation. I have just a question.
Yes, sure, please.
What is your source?
Okay.
How you collect the data?
Okay, so I for the primary sources I use the case which I have already mentioned about NALSA judgment, National Legal Services Authority versus Union of India 2014 case, and the act is also there, the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act 2019. These are my primary sources, and for the secondary sources I depend on various articles written by the scholars and the teachers.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Now I request Chandan Rai, Shubhendu Adhikari and Lolita Prasad. Lalta Prasad. Please.
Hello. It is there. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Respected chairperson here, and professors, faculty members, researchers. Good afternoon. We have listened different topics in this seminar. Now I'm taking you to test something different. My title is Multifold Stressors, Mental Health and Psychosocial Support Among School-Going Adolescents. This is the real picture of our school right now, that is silent exclusion from school, where that means that students are physically present in school but they are mentally absent, and they are simply withdrawing from classroom. They are actually for attendance, not for learning, and there is collapse of motivation because there is a perception that students, what they give is much more than what they get. And there is a lack of social connection among them, and they prefer social media and digital tools during their learning. That is called cyber loafing. And so, why this happens? I will be covering 3 questions here. What are the prevailing stressors causes stress among these adolescents? What are the impact of these stressors on their mental health and their study? And how parents and teachers can provide a well-structured psychosocial support to mitigate this stress and take care of their children's psychosocial wellness. Okay, this is a This is an analysis of the past researches and network analysis, theme-based analysis. And let's understand what is stress. Stress is body's responses to physical, mental, and emotional pressure. Stress is not always bad. We all experience stress. Even students experience stress in their academic life. When stress is good, it is eustress, and when it is bad, it is distress. But we need a certain limit, a little bit stress to get our work done. But when a students experience stress for a long time, it causes mental health issues, and it also hampers their academic functioning. Okay, so factors which cause stress are called stressors. So these are the identified stressors, factors which cause stress among these adolescents in this school. First one is parents' unrealistic expectations. Parents are creating a strained environment for their children. They are setting high level expectations for their children, which are they are not over controlling their parents. Over controlling, okay. This is called tiger parenting. And sometimes our guardians are comparing children with their neighbors, with their relatives, with other peers. And sometimes those students who are over expecting from themselves, wanted to be perfect, they face more stress. Like over scheduling with academic tasks and high screen time, cyberbullying, and career choice and future uncertainty. This is the major stress in this stage when in this period of adolescence. So these are the stressors. So what are the impact of these stressors on this mental health? Learned helplessness. Because learned helplessness is when students fail, they stop trying. Okay, academic burnout, social withdrawal, and sleep deprivation are seen among them in this digital age. And there is a dropout. Dropout is not a sudden condition. It is a slow process of disengagement from school. Okay, and they are simply withdrawing from classroom, and these are the impacts of these stressors in their mental health. So now we'll move. So what we can do? We can do we can provide them psychosocial support. They have their own capacity to manage their stress, but if they have psychosocial support, they will better thrive in this learning space. Okay, psycho means totally internal aspects of a child or of a person, and social means the outer connections. Okay, psychosocial support is when we provide emotional care, social and psychological assistance to manage their stress, build resilience, and maintain psychosocial well-being. So it is not a conversation only. It is when we give a safe environment, a physical and visual space to those children. So what is the parents' role? So parents to transfer their home environment from pressurized environment to a supportive environment, because a supportive environment or supportive parents lower their anxiety. They are not a clinical interventions. They simply need to understand their children, and they should provide them emotional warmth and instrumental help. Instrumental help, that is helping them with their academic tasks. Okay, they should provide unconditional positive regard. Unconditional positive regard is हम लोग कहते हैं ना, आप ये करो तो आपको ये मिलेगा, आप अगर फर्स्ट आएंगे तो आपको मैं साइकिल खरीद के दूंगा. This is a condition. This should not be done. They should feel that parents love me as it is, no condition. So this is unconditional positive regard. And there should be parental monitoring of their academic tasks. Each and every academic task, there should be parental monitoring. And the major thing is digital parenting. Nowadays, in this digital hyper-active real world, students are so indulged in digital tools. So how or why they will use these digital tools, we should care about this. So what is the role of school? School should give a green breaks and...
Summarize.
Okay, sir.
What is your main message? What is your message?
My message is just as a parents and as a teachers, what should be done and how we can provide them psychosocial support. So this is the main message of my whole presentations, and these are the actually how they are facing stressors and how they can manage and how we can help them. This is the final thing. Okay. So
Thank you, Lalit.
Thank you.
Any question from the audience?
Yes, please.
Talking about the social connection with students and educational field, right?
Yes.
So my question is that how will you connect this particular topic with war and migration?
Actually, I am from interdisciplinary approach. Okay, I am presenting here from other discipline. My main discipline is education, so I have not thought about it. Actually. Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now I request Dr. Shapna Mitra to deliver your speech.
Yes, of course. No issues.
This is PDF. Which one? They start asking.
Oh, anything. Sorry. Enable all. Just close that.
Just which one? Slideshow, just slideshow.
Okay.
So you can use these things.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Honorable Chair, Co-Chair, respected delegates, and dear students, I see there are some students. So, first of all, I would like to convey my thank to the organizing institution and all the members of this institution who worked in front and in back. I really thank for the hospitality which I got here, and it is really a big opportunity for me to present my paper in front of the chairman. One of the chairmen is my principal, so it's really a great opportunity for me to present my research paper in front of him. And my governing body member of our college is also here. So I'm going to present a paper which is the rehabilitation of Tibetan refugees, a special reference to Darjeeling. When we say refugees, there are two kinds of refugees in India. One is mandate refugees, and other one is non-mandate refugees. Who are the mandate refugees? Actually, mandate refugees are the people who are directly protected under the UNCHR protection. They are mandate refugees, and their number is very few. And there are other refugees, maximum refugees, those who are non-mandate refugees. The non-mandate refugees in India, they are controlled directly by the government of India. The government of India, they take care of everything of that non-mandate refugees. Among these non-mandate refugees, one of the refugee category is Tibetan refugees. And we should remember that India is such a country. When we got partition in 1947, then there are influx of refugees who came to India, to their motherland after the partition. They are different from these Tibetan refugees. All the refugees in India, the Tibetan refugees are totally different from among the other refugees. And this is long march. Actually, when in 10th March 1959, Tibet got revolt. In Tibet, there was a Lhasa uprising happened. And on that day, at the day of Lhasa uprising, their religious and administrative head, who is known as Dalai Lama, the 13th, 14th Dalai Lama, he fled from Tibet to India. But it took lots of time to reach India. So that period of time when he started his journey and reached to northeast India, that period of time is known as Long March. It was a long march for them. And when the news spread in their country that their religious leader fled the country, the followers of his Dalai Lama, they also followed him to India. So initially there were 10,000 refugees came with him. And when His Holiness came to India, the government officials, Indian government officials, that time Northeast India known as Northeast Frontier, they received him, and from there he went to Dehradun, Mysore, where he got received by our honorable ministers there. And when His Holiness came, and 10,000 refugees are coming every day. There was refugees are coming to not only they came in northeast side, they also came from Ladakh side and other side. And this is the map which shows that there are more than 36 refugee settlements are there in India at present. Out of all these refugee settlements, all refugee settlements which are there in the map, it is under the Central Tibetan Administration, which in 1959, April 19, it was held in Mysore. Dalai Lama declared his administration with a new name, that is Central Tibetan Administration, CTA. And from 1959 to till today, all the Tibetan refugees, they were under the direct control by CTA. Their head office is situated in Dharamshala, McLeodganj, Dharamshala. And this is the place in Darjeeling where the refugee settlements are there. The land, 2-acre land they got 2-acre land, and the land actually belongs to St. Joseph College. They donated to the land to the refugee community. Initially, there are only 100 people came. This is very interesting that they started coming to India from 1959, but until 1962, there was no permanent refugee settlements happened in India, because government of India thought they might go back to their country until 1962, the Indo-China War. After the Indo-China War, our Honorable Prime Minister decided, no, these Tibetans can't go back to their country. So from that time, they started having permanent refugee centers. And from Arunachal Pradesh, Bomdila, from that place, their transit refugees are going back to their permanent settlements. Especially, they got hill areas, because Tibet is a place which is all the time there was a cold. And when they came to India, they felt very problem, because our weather, summer, they can't adjust. They can't adjust with the weather, they can't adjust with the food. So initially what happened, all the winter places have been given to them. But it all happened after 1962, not before 1962. So in Darjeeling also, at present Darjeeling, there are 50 families are there, 50 families are there. And
please summarize the paper.
Okay. Tibetan Refugee Center, all the Tibetan Refugee Center in India, they have a self-help group where they made carpets, they weave carpets, and they weave woolen cloths and they sell it. And they are the international carpet market today controlled by the Tibetans, and maximum Tibetans and the refugee community. In Tibet, Tibetan carpet is just having the world's most, they are having most carpets are having from the Tibetan people. And this is 3 generations of the Tibetan women. You can see mother, grandmother, and a daughter. So initially, those who came to India, they can't speak Hindi. They can't speak English because they are from Tibet. Now the third generation who born and brought up in India, they learned not only Tibetan, they also learned the Indian languages, and they are just like the other Indians because they born and brought up in India, and they feel I am also an Indian, but my identity is Tibetan, but I am an Indian. So the study, I also made the study of the three generations, how the concept and lifestyles are changed in the generation wise. And then this is the Tibetan Center of Self-Help Group Center, where they perform all the rituals, all the customs they play. They have their center hall where they have to go for their prayers, meetings, and this is the group of young Tibetan women group who protest on 10th March. They protest, and there are so many activities have been conducting under the Tibetan Women Association and Tibetan Congress. And what I feel is this, there are two groups of Tibetan now. One is those who settled in the settlement, and other group, those who are not settled in the settlements, they came out. So what happened? Those who came out from the settlements, they are not controlled by the CTA, but those who are in the settlement, they are directly controlled by the CTA. But whatever, whether they are staying in central settlement or whether they are staying in not settlement, in Siliguri also we have not settlement, but we have a very, very good number of Tibetan refugees in Shalugara. Even in Hakimpara also we have 2 families. So there are so many Tibetan families all over the Bengal. So wherever they are, they always very, very particular about their identity, culture, and their unique nations. And they still dream that one day they will go back to their country. So thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Sapna, for your nice presentation. Refugee problem is the great problem, not only our India, abroad also. Do you think that the problem to be solved, is there any way to solve the refugee problem?
Tibetan.
What is your opinion?
Tibetan.
Not only Tibetan.
You see, the seminar is on war, conflict. If there will be war, there will be displacement. Some people will displace. So it is very big question that it will be solved or not. But if we go back to our ancient civilization, we move out one place to another place. There will be pulling factor for migration also. So, but the refugees, they basically fleet. Nobody wants to leave their country, sir. Nobody wants to leave their home. Even if they're forced to leave, then only they leave. So if the world will be follow more peace and message will be more peace, then there will be no refugees. But it is a very big question that whether it will be solved or not, because whenever I talk with the Tibetan refugees, I feel so sad that if I met with Dalai Lama also more than many times, and I see with the officials, they never go, if I go for an interview, they never order more than a green tea and a thukpa, anything, because they know the value of food, they know the value of money, they know the value of land, because they are not having any land. It is not their motherland. So this is a very
Thank you, Sapna. Any question?
Okay. Yeah.
Please, sir.
First of all, thank you for your work. It's very important. My question is, what can we realistically hope for? Because the Chinese government is very stubborn and doesn't budge, and the new Dalai Lama, they took him from an early age, and he's, basically a prisoner in Beijing, and they're trying to create their own Dalai Lama, just like they appoint the cardinals of the Catholic Church. They don't let the Vatican do it, they do it. What hope is there for Tibet, and what can we do to help these people? Because if there is a moral, just cause in this world, this is it. as I said yesterday, the most peaceful people. And here they're victims of all such brutality. What can we hope to do? What can we do?
Thank you so much for very important questions, and I love to answer this. Okay, so please.
Your topic is very much interesting and is very much concurrent of these issues. But at the same time, when you are telling regarding the rights of the refugee, it must come out. So now the problem is that the human rights is also the topic of this seminar. So what human rights they are expecting from the Constitution of India or from India? What they are expecting, and how if we want to solve this problem, which has been raised by Shamul Babu, that is how the problem can be solved. I hope there is a policy decision should be there by the government of India, what steps should be taken and what positive steps we will take further for guaranteeing the right of the refugees. Otherwise, there is the problem, their identical crisis will go on further. So my question is the right, as because they are not entitled to get the fundamental right to exercise here. That is my point. If you go through the Citizenship Act also, and even the Constitution of India, Article 3 and Article 4, there is some provision how to register the name. So identity crisis is there.
Yes.
But how to solve the identity crisis?
May I? Okay. First, sir, your question that actually what is very important, because I have done my PhD on Tibetan refugees. Tibetan refugees, they flee their country. Actually, they are also responsible for their condition. Half. Because when China occupied, we called occupied Tibet, they occupied with that intention, it is our land, we are going to build our land into main China. So from 1910, they started preaching, Tibet is my land from China, Peking. But they did not even bother about it. But when in 1950s, finally the Chinese troops came to Tibet, they got understand because the country was ruled by religion. This is the main problem for the country. They did not have any army, nothing. They have only religion. And their administrator head, Dalai Lama, is a reincarnation of first Dalai Lama. So the country ruled by a religious leader. So they did not thought of one day their country will go from their hand. And now what happened, after more than 70 years of their uprising, they fled to their country. Now it is very difficult for them to go back and adjust there, because now the Tibetans in Tibet, they are minority. Now Tibetans in Tibet, they are minority, because the Chinese people, they got married with the Tibetans and the family structure, the genealogical structure got changed. Now in Tibet, not only restrictions, if you go, because I went to the seminars in Shanghai, so I found that in China, Tibet, Lhasa, they can't have Dalai Lama's picture in their house, but they have the empty frame. When the Chinese troops came and say, I can't see anything in the frame. So Tibetans replied, you can't see, you can see the frame is empty, but we can see Dalai Lama. So what will happen after this Dalai Lama? We don't know. It is the Dalai Lama, 14th Dalai Lama, who is making united all the Tibetans. So if this Dalai Lama will get died, what will happen? That Panchen Lama, the case of Panchen Lama will come. China will say there will be another Dalai Lama in China and another Dalai Lama in exile, because already Dalai Lama said, I am not going to born in my country because I want to do some work with my people outside of my country of fear. Already Dalai Lama stated that, and he resigned from the post of administration because he doesn't want to involve religion and administration together. So entirely the case of Tibetan refugees, if they will go back also, they can't adjust because they feel India is the second generation, third generation, they are in romantic situation. Oh, we have a country, there everything was very fine. No, the maximum people who came to India, they are rural area, they belong to rural areas, not the traders they came to India. And the CTA government runs by the Tibetan people's money from Tibet. The money comes from Tibet, maximum money till today.
Okay, thank you, Sapna. Okay.
Sir, pare bole thi. Thank you so much.
Next, paper presenter, Raju Sarkar, Krishna Sarkar, Krishna Barman, and Dr. Ranjan Rai. Please come. Your name?
Raju Sarkar, presenter. Good afternoon to all respected delegates and participants. I am Raju Sarkar, research scholar from Department of Geography and Applied Geography, University of North Bengal. Today my seminar topic is Internal Migration and Regional Disparities of West Bengal, a Geographical Analysis. This is my introduction part. Migration has become a global phenomenon in recent time. From a demographic point of view, migration is one of the three components of population change in any area. Migration plays a vital role improving the demographic, economic, and conditions of the people. In 1971, census started collecting the migration data. Please. In 1971, started the collecting migration data based on the place of birth called POB, the place of last residence called POLR, the place of birth or place of last resident in different from of the enumeration, the place a person are considered a migrant. This is my rationale of the study. The migration demonstrates its role of the alternating population composition, growth rate, and urban-rural balances significant for planning and developing regions. This is my objectives of the study. The study mainly focus on inter-district in-migration or out-migration flow in West Bengal. The study attempt to examine the spatial pattern, causes, and socio-economic determinants of the inter-district migration to influence development of the West Bengal based on geographical context. This is my data sources. The data based on totally secondary data. The IM data collect from the Census of India Migration Table D. This is my all methodological framework. This is my study area. This is result and discussion. Reason for migration can be divided into two main factors, such according to geographer averagely push and pull factor. There is lot of lack of job opportunities or natural calamities or voluntary reasons. This is my table 1 percentage of reason for internal migration based on 2011 data. This is my size of migrant population and type of movement in 2011 data. The inter-district migrant interpreted to long distance migration. Inter-district migration is called medium distance migration and interstate migration is called long distance migration. Most of the inter-district migrants are female who customarily change move their parental household to join their husband household after got marriage. This is my stream of migrants of West Bengal based on 2011 data. Here I categorize 3 classes of migration: intra-district, inter-district, interstate. Here rural to rural, highest female 47.4%, then inter-district, rural to rural 43.5%. After interstate, highest 30.7% stream migrant by females. This is my rate of inter-district migration in West Bengal, categorized high 3 zones, high, moderate and low. Here high zone 3 district coverage, that is called Bardhaman, North 24 Parganas, Hooghly, and moderate, that is 8 district coverage, Darjeeling, Jalpaiguri, Birbhum, Bankura, Howrah, South 24 Parganas, and Paschim Medinipur, and low below 7, Coach Bihar, Uttar Dinajpur, Dakshin Dinajpur, Malda, Murshidabad and Purulia. This is the thematic map of in-migration of West Bengal according to 2011 data. This is rate of inter-district out-migration of West Bengal 2011 data. Here same as 3 categories: high, moderate and low. Here high rate of inter-district out-migration happened Birbhum, Bankura, Bardhaman, Nadia, Hooghly and Howrah, and moderate Darjeeling, Coach Bihar, same as low Jalpaiguri, Uttar Dinajpur, Malda, 24 Parganas. Why high rate of the out-migration happened? Because Bankura is one of the economically poor or most backward district all over the West Bengal because poor quality of agricultural land, undulating terrain. Not only Bankura as well as Birbhum also, there is no suitable land for cultivation. The greatest number of people migrating to their job opportunities to other state like other district. This is my rate of out migration based on economic data. This is thematic map. This is my net migration rate of West Bengal data according to 2011 data. This is my correlation matrix showing the relationship between migration in and out migration development variable of West Bengal 2011. Here volume of in migration is negatively correlated with the dependency ratio and female work participation rate. The value of the correlation coefficient is negatively significant. It means the higher dependency ratio female work participation rate experiences less volume of in-migration. On the other hand, the percentage of primary sector is associated with a high degree of negative correlations.
Please summarize the discussion.
Okay. This is my suggestion and recommendation to conduct a state migration registry system based on district-wise registration with the digital database. The intensive or promote more agro-based industries across the state like textile, food processing, etc. to increase vocational education to skill-based laborer in their own field, to develop institutional infrastructures like health, service, and academic infrastructure. This is my conclusion. This is my reference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Raju. Any question? No question? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Last paper presenter, Shubhankar Pal and Pranab Karmakar.
Hello. Good afternoon, one-on-one present here. I would like to thank our principal sir for organizing this wonderful seminar where we have spent 2 days of learning and so many interdisciplinary topics have been discussed, and I have get to learn so many new aspects of the identities of different aspects. So thank you for giving this opportunity, dignitaries. So my topic today is human trafficking in India, mapping role of traffickers across labor, sexual exploitations, and domestic service market. Now, in the introduction to see what is human trafficking. Human trafficking means the trade of human in different forms. So human trafficking is obviously it's a crime and it's a violation of the human rights. It involves the recruitment and movement and exploitation of man for profit, of man and women, children trafficked in India for various causes. Now, the NCRB report as 2023, it states that in India, it's 6,533 trafficking victims have been identified nationwide, and it representing 11% increase in the previous year. That is, in 2022, from comparing 2022, the rise have been 11%, despite various legislative interventions, such as Immoral Traffic Prevention Act and other acts have been also implemented, but still we don't have, the number is not lessening down, and I will show you in the later slides. The objective of this paper is to examine the organizational ecology for traffickers across forced labor, sexual exploitations, and domestic servitude. It incorporates the empirical and official statistics to provide a state-wise understanding of the issues. Now, I have done a few literature review, Dasgupta and Misra, and the methodology is mostly that I have used here, that mixed method. Secondary data have been collected, and the period is 22 to 24. And for qualitative aspects, some cases that we have talked about, the NGO cases and few cases which around the district of Darjeeling as well. And I have made a comparative analysis in the state-wise level, that what is the scenario in India especially. And the analysis and finding, it shows that as per the NCRB report, that the cases has registered, and it is showing that a 10% increase from 22 victims. And if the victims have been, find out that, ultimately it's mostly the human trafficking is happening for the children's, and the women trafficking is increasing. It's 46%, though we have lot of women acts, children acts are also there, but still we see that it is not decreasing, and it's in very alarming situations. Now, these are some data that I have collected from the published report from NCRB, and see that victim have been trafficked for these many purposes. Sexual exploitation is 34%. Forced labor, this is one of the important issues of forced labors, and these labors actually they have been they are not migrated, they have been taken from the rural part of the India to the cities and metropolitans, and they are facing difficulties because they are lured in certain way, and while end up there in a completely different positions, their identifications, passports, or the identification cards have been seized, and due to this reason they have been pressurized to take up small domestic substitute jobs. Forced marriage, this is again a very alarming situations, begging and other forms. And this is a very, very important area. Now, here it states that states-wise, what is the trend of NCRB report, and it is showing that West Bengal is ranking 1. Out of the 10 states, West Bengal is ranking 1 in 2023 report, because the report have not been published after 23, that's why I have taken till 23. 1193, and Assam is showing the last of the total 10 ranks. And primary forms of these exploitations is sexual labor, again labor, and in Assam also we find that it is sexual and labor. Now, key vulnerabilities factors is border migrations and poverty, and we know that in West Bengal it is actually surrounded by so many borders it is sharing, and this is the reasons that the border migrations have been taking place. And other than that, what we have is rural poverty migration. People are migrating for this reason. This is also one of the reasons. Urban sex trades migrations, seasonal migrations, tribal displacement, textile industry, urban demand, debt bondage, and rural distress. Now, debt bondage, this is another factor for Bihar. For what reasons they have to take up this state. This is just the presentations or the diagrammatic representation of the previous data that I have showed, and here West Bengal is showing the highest rank. Mechanism of the recruitment and control. Now this is actually how it operates, how the traffickers are operating. Now the traffickers traffickers in India rely on the local intermediaries to identify potential victims. So this is a very network-based operations, and they try to find out that who would be my next victim. The 70% of the traffickers in this case involves persons, relatives, neighbors, local agent, demonstrating and embedments of exploitations within the social network. So this is a very important observations that we need to understand, that who is good or who is bad. Some control mechanism include that debt bondage. Now these are certain factors. For what factors they have been doing it. Economic disparity. Now this is the discussions. The state-wise data confirms significant regional variations in trafficking, as I have showed you in the previous slides. The key finding is the traffickers exploit structural vulnerabilities rather than isolated victims. Caste hierarchies are there, gender norms, informal economy sustain their business models. This highlights the need of integrated response and merge law enforcement with the social policy implementations and recommendations. Now these are the things that can be done to reduce this. Yes. So in the conclusion, basically I would like to say that human trafficking in India is not an isolated criminal phenomenon, but it's a systematic byproduct of social economic inequality. Traffickers operate through flexible adaptive network, exploit governance gaps, social hierarchies, and the data reveals that both progress and persistence vulnerabilities, especially in states with high migrations and poverty level. A multi-structural strategy anchored labor rights, gender justice, and social protection is essential to disrupt the economies of trafficking and uphold the human dignity across all the sectors. Now these are my references. Thank you.
Thank you, Raju.
Sir Shubhankar.
Have any?
Shubhankar.
Shubhankar. Sorry. Shubhankar. Any question from the audience?
Yes.
Thank you so much for your presentation, database about this human trafficking topic. So my question is, in your presentation you mentioned that economy, poverty, these two are the key factors for dealing with human trafficking, and despite of having so many protected laws, both for the children and women, number of human trafficking rather than decreasing, it's increasing. So and this is also a brainstorming session. So my question to you is that, do you think this is also a failure in front of the government in the part of
Absolutely, because see what during this paper, what I have find out that there are actually, it's an organized crime. It's not the fact that only people are finding it easier to do it. There are some agencies and some government agencies, government officials, and this is certain corruptions is going on. So there are some corruption going on, and due to these reasons some loopholes are there. And say it has been found out that in certain cases people, if they find guilty, they pay some kind of bribe and they get through this. So this is alarming situations, and see ultimately the thing is that we, from the point of view that we need to be much more aware of this fact that this is going on. And see the story or case that I have encountered, it's a case from the Darjeeling, a girl, 14 years old girl, and see it's a kind of a relationship she was developing as a relationship with a boy, and the boy took her to Delhi, and she was about to be sold, and during that time only she has been caught out, and somehow the family got it. Now this is only one instance, and there are so many instances that cannot be reported, and that gets lost. So I think that yes, the government should take much more initiative, but we need to take more initiative from our point that whom to trust and whom not. So this is a very important thing that we should be much more aware. So this is what I have understood.
Now, already you have mentioned regarding the vulnerability of Bengal, particularly regarding the human trafficking. particularly the human trafficking, the vulnerability of the state of West Bengal. And also you have mentioned the reason of the vulnerability as because there was so many border area. So many border areas, such as like that the Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, these are there. And now the question is that this is another country and India is another country. Do you suggest any law is required or international agreement is required for combating this trafficking?
I think, obviously the international laws could minimize
Because
this.
SSB as military, they are also working in that Nepal border and Bhutan border. And only for that respect,
Now, international law could only reduce this to certain extents, but I think that, our morality, we need to encourage people. Our awareness is the most important thing that what we could develop from our personal point of view to avoid this kind of situations. Otherwise, what I have seen that there are actually so many complexities and complications that people, when they report to the police is not helping the victim. Rather, the procedure is so long and people need to deny it, or they need to wait for so long, and due to this reason this denial is somewhat encouraging people to do this type of thing into much more yes, it's much more stronger. It's much more stronger. Okay, thank you.
More any question? No. I think this is the last technical session of today's. Today is the last day of the international seminar on war, migration, human rights, and ethical theories. In this last session, 5 paper presenters presented their paper very nicely. I would like to thank both the paper presenters and audience also. I hope we all are enriched through today's discussion on different issues of the conference. Thank you all.
Thank you, respected chairpersons and the paper presenters for the last session. This is a day 2 and this was the last session for our international seminar. And successfully we have completed this 2 days international seminar on war, migration, human rights and ethical theories. Now we are at the end of these international seminar. And we'll move forward for the next session, that is the valedictory session and certificate distribution. And then there will be a vote of thanks from the end of seminar convener and joint convener.
ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে বন্ধ করো সুইচটা
Good evening to one and all present here. Now we have almost come to the end of our day 2 program. Now we'll be starting the valedictory session. I would like to call upon Professor Dr. Deb Kumar Mukherjee, former Vice Chancellor, Kuch Bihar Poncharan Burma University, to please be seated on the dais. Can I get a big round of applause? Honorable Professor Dr. Ranjan Sarkar, Principal-Siliguri College of Commerce. Professor Don Habibi, University of North Carolina, Wilmington, USA. Professor Dr. Abhijit Bhattacharya, Jalpaiguri Law College. Can we get a big round of applause from the end of our audience? Professor Dr. Shamal Sarkar, Principal, Shahid Khudiram College, Kamakhaguri. Professor Dr. Debashish Dotto, Principal, Mathabhanga College. Shri Sandipan Bhattacharya, Associate Professor, Siliguri College of Commerce. Shri Debobruta Shur, Associate Professor, Siliguri College of Commerce. I would request our Principal Sir, Dr. Ranjan Sarkar, to please say a few words.
Good afternoon, rather good evening to all of you present over here for this last session, that is valedictory session of this 2 days international conference on war, migration, human rights and ethical theories. It was really a good work. I am pleased to share before all of you that Siliguri College of Commerce is very much proud to organize this event in collaboration with Institute for Cross-Cultural Studies and Academic Exchange, USA. I must say few words. Without this is incomplete. I must say thank you to Professor Chandana Chakraborty. Though she is not present physically here, but she has been always with us since very inception of the idea of incorporating this and preparing this theme of the international conference, as well as the proper guidelines, policies, how it should be implemented, and how you should organize this one. So I must say thank you to Professor Chandana Chakraborty of Cross-Cultural Studies and Academic Exchange, USA. My heartfelt thanks to Professor Deb Kumar Mukherjee, former Vice Chancellor, Kuch Bihar Poncharan Burma University. Sir has been entrusted me to go ahead with this. And so several occasions we have met online, offline, and finally we are at the end of this huge work, that is Karma Joggo, and finally we are at the valedictory session. So thank you, sir, for entrusting me on this This was a mammoth task for all of us because this is the first time in the history of Siliguri College of Commerce we have arranged this international conference this year, because earlier we had a experience of organizing national level conference, but this is the first time we are arranging international conference, and it is real international in true sense. There's 5 professors from USA and 1 professor from Finland physically participated and 4 others participated virtually. So this was really a great moment for the prestige and it has added another crown on the Siliguri College of Commerce. So I am really indebted to all of you who has been our backbone for supporting this event, and it has become, indeed we have successfully completed. I don't know whether it is successful or failure. Definitely you will evaluate this one. I am not in a position to evaluate this, but definitely I must say yes, we have tried our level best to satisfy you all in all aspects, whatever possible, as we have managed and tried to do at par the level of international. But to what extent, I don't know. We have been fulfilled your aspirations, your desire, but definitely we have tried to some extent to give you all comfort, all situations wherein we can have the opportunity to interact with each other, to collaborate with each other, and to become friends, familiar for the last 2 days. And yes, I have seen that every resource person, they have been very kind enough in interacting with us and our colleagues, teaching staff, non-teaching staff, everyone. Those who are research scholars, my students, they have worked really hard for making this event happen in a true international flavored way. So thank you once again from my side. Even if there might be some issues, definitely there, whenever we are working something, definitely some glitches, some problems should be there. And yes, I am very much, I am taking apology on behalf of Siliguri College of Commerce if there is any issues, anything wrongdoings or any such things happened which was not desired by everybody. So from my end, I really apologize before all of you for that. And before that, before certificate distribution, yes, I would like to felicitate my colleagues, those who were invited yesterday also, but they didn't attend due to their hectic schedule. They came today, and I'm very much thankful to all of them. So there is a very mini ABPC-like environment. We can see my principal friends from various colleges, and Dev Kumar sir also, he has been always supportive in every actions of ABPC. And so my colleagues, joint convener, SB sir, Devbruto sir, and organizing secretary Devbruto sir, Chinmoy sir, and PK sir, Onka madam, and who's not. Everyone, Rajuda, Arindam, including everyone, Manojda. So everyone has supported this event, and as a result of this, we have come to this point today. So thank you so much once again to all of you for giving up the opportunity to arrange such a huge program from a college which has no earlier experience of arranging such a sort of event earlier. Thank you so much once again to all of you. Now I would like to request Onka to take on the dais and go ahead with the felicitation process. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we would like to move forward with the felicitation program. Professor Dr. Abhijit Bhattacharya, Honorable Principal, Jalpaiguri Law College. I would request our Principal, sir, to please felicitate him. Professor Dr. Abhijit Bhattacharya, Honorable Principal, Jalpaiguri Law College. Professor Dr. Shamul Sarkar, Honorable Principal, Shahid Khudiram College, Kamakhaguri. Professor Dr. Shamul Sarkar, Honorable Principal, Shahid Khudiram College, Kamakhaguri. Professor Dr. Debashish Dotto, Honorable Principal, Mathabhanga College. Professor Dr. Debashish Dotto, Honorable Principal, Mathabhanga College. Certificate. Shri Debobroto Shur, Honorable Associate Professor, Siliguri College of Commerce. Shri Debobroto Shur, Honorable Associate Professor, Siliguri College of Commerce. Now we would be moving forward for a certificate distribution program. Professor Dr. Don Habibi, University of North Carolina, Wilmington, USA. I would request Professor Dr. Debkumar Mukherjee sir. I would request Professor Dr. Debkumar Mukherjee sir to felicitate him. Ranjana Yadav, Assistant Professor, Maghad Mahila College, to be felicitated by our Honorable former Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Debkumar Mukherjee, sir. Yadav Subba, Assistant Professor of Krishna Chandra College, to be felicitated by Professor Don Habibi. Dr. Shapna Mitro of Shahid Khudiram College, to be felicitated by Principal Sir Dr. Debashish Dotto, Mathabhanga College. I will request Honorable Professor Dr. Debashish Dotto, Principal, Mathabhanga College, to felicitate Dr. Shapna Mitro. Krishna Laskar Research Scholar, to be felicitated by Professor Dr. Debashish Dotto, Mathabhanga College. Honorable Principal, Professor Dr. Debashish Dotto, Mathabhanga College. Raju Shorkar, Research Scholar, to be felicitated by Professor Dr. Shamul Shorkar, Principal, Shahid Khudiram College, Kamakhaguri. Dr. Ab Rashid Sheikh of Government College of Educational Institute of Advanced Studies, to be felicitated by Principal Dr. Ranjan Sarkar, Siliguri College of Commerce. Chandan Roy, Junior Research Fellow of Banaras Hindu University, to be felicitated by Principal Professor Dr. Ranjan Sarkar, Siliguri College of Commerce. to be felicitated by Abhijit Bhattacharya, Principal, Jalpaiguri Law College. Divya Srinath of Kuch Bihar Ponchanar Burma University to be felicitated by Sri Sandipan Bhattacharya, Siliguri College of Commerce. We have Dr. Debashish Dotto, Principal of Mathabanga College, who has chaired a session. So he will be felicitated by Devabroto Shore, Associate Professor, Siliguri College of Commerce. Dr. Shamul Sharkar, Principal of Shahid Khudiram College, who has also co-chaired a technical session, will be felicitated by Associate Professor Sandipan Bhattacharya, Siliguri College of Commerce. Dr. Shuman Shikdar to be felicitated by Abhijit Bhattacharya, Jalpaiguri Law College. Professor Sandipan Bhattacharya to be felicitated by Debashish Dotto, Principal, Mathabanga College. Devashish Dotto, Principal, sir, from Mathabanga College. I would request him to felicitate Professor Sandipan Bhattacharya. Jyotirmoy Bishas of Siliguri College of Commerce. I would request Shamul Sharkar, Honorable Principal, to felicitate him. Shagar Rakshit, I would request Professor Dr. Abhijit Bhattacharya, Jalpaiguri Law College, Honorable Principal, sir, to felicitate him. Shubhankar Paul to be felicitated by Professor Don Habibi. I will request Professor Don Habibi to felicitate Shubhankar Paul. Samit Biswas to be felicitated by Abhijit Bhattacharya, Principal, Jalpaiguri Law College. Samit Biswas of Siliguri College of Commerce. Pranab Karmakar to be felicitated by Principal Sir Shamal Sarkar of Shahid Khudiram College, Kamakhaguri.
Ms. Anka Kumari to be felicitated by Professor Don Habibi. Please give a round of applause, everyone.
Now, we would be going to the last session of the day, that is felicitation. I hope everyone has got the certificates. I would like to now, is there any participant who did not get the certificate? Is there anyone?
Please let us know if somebody didn't get certificate.
We are left with one certificate distribution, and we sincerely apologize for the same. Professor Dr. Abhijit Bhattacharya, Jalpaiguri Law College, has chaired a technical session. I would request our Principal Sir, Dr. Ranjan Sarkar, to felicitate him. Moving forward for the felicitation program, Dr. Deepak Kumar Singh, Assistant Professor, Ananda Chandra Training College. I would request our Principal Sir, Professor Dr. Ranjan Sarkar, to felicitate him. Dr. Deepak Kumar Singh, Assistant Professor, Ananda Chandra Training College. He is absent. Mr. Pranab Karmakar, Siliguri College of Commerce, to be felicitated by Abhijit Bhattacharya, Principal, Jalpaiguri Law College. Mr. Pranab Karmakar, to be felicitated by Professor Dr. Abhijit Bhattacharya, Jalpaiguri Law College.
Ms. Anka Kumari, Faculty of Siliguri College of Commerce, to be felicitated by our respected Principal Sir, Professor Dr. Ranjan Sarkar. Mr. Arindam Bishwas, teaching staff of Siliguri College of Commerce, to be felicitated by our respected principal, Sir Dr. Ranjan Sarkar. Mr. Arindam Bishwas, technical staff of Siliguri College of Commerce, to be felicitated by our respected principal, Sir Dr. Ranjan Sarkar. Okay. Felicitated by whom? Professor Shantanu Kumar Mondal, Siliguri College of Commerce, to be felicitated by Dr. Abhijit Bhattacharya, Principal, Jalpaiguri Law College. Sri Chhatrak Kumar Tamong, Assistant Professor, Siliguri College of Commerce, to be felicitated by Dr. Shyamol Sarkar, Principal, Shohid Khudiram College. Next. Sri Ayub Ali, Librarian, Siliguri College of Commerce, to be felicitated by Dr. Debashish Datto, Principal, Mathabanga College. Sri Indranil Dasgupta, Faculty, Siliguri College of Commerce, to be felicitated by Dr. Abhijit Datto, Principal, Jalpaiguri Law College. Dr. Abhijit Bhattacharya, Principal, Jalpaiguri Law College. Sri Manos Ranjan Bonik, Faculty, Siliguri College of Commerce, to be felicitated by our Associate Professor Devabrata Shur, Siliguri College of Commerce. Srimati Rumpa Bishwas, Faculty, Siliguri College of Commerce, to be felicitated by Professor Dr. Devkumar Mukherjee, former Vice Chancellor, Coach Bihar, Panjan Burma University.
Devashish sir.
Srimati Rumpa Bishwas, to be felicitated by our Associate Professor Dr. Devabrata Shur, Siliguri College of Commerce. Sri Shupasho Chakraborty, Faculty, Siliguri College of Commerce, to be felicitated by Associate Professor Sandipan Bhattacharya, Siliguri College of Commerce. Okay. To be felicitated by Dr. Shyamol Sarkar, Principal, Shohid Khudiram College.
Sri Sagar Rakshit, to be felicitated by Principal Dr. Debashish Datto, Mathabanga College. Sri Jyotirmoy Bishwas, to be felicitated by Associate Professor Devabrata Shur. Sri Jyotirmoy Bishwas, to be felicitated by Associate Professor Devabrata Shur. Sri Sachin Shah, to be felicitated by Associate Professor Devabrata Shur. Sri Sachin Shah. Sri Rajat Datto, to be felicitated by Professor Dr. Shyamol Sarkar, Principal, Shahid Khudiram College, Kamakhaguri. Sri Rajat Datto. Sri Raju Sarkar. Sri Manoj Kumar Shah, to be felicitated by Shamul Sarkar, Professor Dr. Shamul Sarkar, Principal Shahid Khudiram College, Kamakhaguri. We sincerely apologize because there was a misinformation. I would sincerely like to call Sri Raju Sarkar to be felicitated on stage. I would request Professor Don Habibi to please felicitate him. It's a sincere apology from the end of college. Can we get a big round of applause for the person who has always been doing a lot? Sri Bholanath Roy, to be felicitated by Professor Dr. Shamul Sarkar, Shahid Khudiram College, Kamakhaguri. Sri Bholanath Roy. Dr. Shumon Shikdar. Dr. Shumon Shikdar, I would request him to please come on the dais and will be felicitated by Professor Dr. Debashish Dotto, Principal, Mathavanga College. Sri Lakpa Dukpa, to be felicitated by Professor Principal Dr. Debashish Dotto, Mathavanga College. Sri Bappa Das, to be felicitated by Professor Dr. Abhijit Bhattacharjee, Principal, Jalpaiguri Law College. Sri Rana Majumdar, to be felicitated by Professor Dr. Abhijit Bhattacharjee, Principal, Jalpaiguri Law College. Sri Jeevan Ram, Sri Jeevan Ram, Sri Dipankar Chaudhary, to be felicitated by Associate Professor Devabrat Shur. Sri Dipankar Chaudhary. Sri Sonu Raut. Sri Sonu Raut, to be felicitated by Associate Professor Devabrat Shur. Sri Rakesh Raut. Sri Rakesh Raut. Sri Samit Biswas. Sri Samit Biswas, to be felicitated by Associate Professor Devabrat Shur. Manas sir, is he available? I would request our Shubhankar sir to please take the kit on his behalf. I would request Professor Dr. Abhijit Bhattacharjee sir to please give away the kit. I would request Bappa Dash to please take the kit for Jeevan Ram. I would request Principal Professor Dr. Shamul Sharkar to please give away the kit. I would request Dipankar Chaudhary to please take the kit for Mr. Prabir Kumar Paul. I would request Professor Dr. Debashish Datto to please give away the kit. On behalf of Associate Professor Shantanu Kumar Mondol, I would request Mr. Ayub Ali to please take away the kit. I would request Professor Dr. Abhijit Bhattacharya, Principal, Jalpaiguri Law College, to please give away the kit. I would request Sri Sonu Raut to please take away the kit for Sri Rakesh Raut. I would request our Associate Professor Devabrata Shur to please give away the kit. I hope that none of our staff members are missed in this. If there is, I would sincerely give my apology for the same. However, I don't think as such that if anyone has missed or not. Now, I would request Professor Dr. Abhijit Bhattacharya, Honorable Principal, Jalpaiguri Law College, to speak a few words.
Good evening to all of you. Firstly, I convey my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Dev Kumar Mukherjee, who was the former Vice Chancellor of the Panchan Verma University. And he is closely associated with us. And Professor Ranjan Sharkar, who is the Principal of Siliguri College of Commerce, he is a good friend and brother. And Dr. Debashish Datto and Dr. Shamul Vishwas, and other dignitaries, those who are present on this dais, and all of you. Very concurrent and contemporary issues have chosen by the college for the international seminar, and from USA and Finland, 2 participants and 2 dignitaries have presented the paper and they have chaired the session. And for that international seminar, I know, being a principal, being an administrator of a college, what sorts of activities is there and what type of cooperation is needed from the faculty members and the non-teaching staffs. I convey my thanks to the non-teaching staffs and the faculty members, those who have taken initiative, that is, rather they have taken the keen initiative for these purposes. And the participants, those who have participated and those who have delivered their lecture on the particular issues. And I chaired a session, and in that session I observed that very good papers they have presented, and I had some observation and I interact with them regarding this, and I convey my observation on that aspect. This today's seminar is a totally, I think that is a very good seminar and very good paper presenters they have delivered, and hospitality is very nice. I hope that is very nice, and congratulations to the principal, staff and the faculty members, and I hope this type of seminar will arrange by the college in near future, and I will be there. Thank you to all of you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would now like to request Professor Dr. Shamul Sarkar, Principal, Shahid Khudiram College, Kamakhaguri, to please speak a few words.
Good evening to all of you. Honorable dignitaries in the dais and audience come from the different parts of India and abroad. I'd like to thank Dr. Ranjan Sarkar, Principal of Siliguri College of Commerce, who invited me in this international seminar. I would like to thank all the family members of the Siliguri College of Commerce who helped to the Ranjan Sarkar to organize this international seminar. Without their help, it would be not possible to success this conference. I would like to thank all the paper presenters who delivered their lecture on different issues. I would like to thank the sound system. Without their support, the conference will not be success. I would like to thank another time the organizing team, the principal of Siliguri College of Commerce, who successfully completed today's conference. Thanks to all.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would request Professor Dr. Deb Kumar Mukherjee, former Vice Chancellor, Kuch Bihar Poncharan Burma University, to speak a few words.
On the dais, Honorable Principal, my dear Ranjan, and my other principal colleagues, and also all the teachers of this college, Siliguri College of Commerce, all the non-teaching employees, all the my dear students. Virtually, I was discussing with Ranjan that in true sense, international seminar was not held in Siliguri. After independence, to speak the truth, this is the reality. National seminar, number of national seminars were held, but in true sense, international seminars was not held. This is the first time in Siliguri, not only in college, but in Siliguri. And total credit goes to you. I believe in teamwork. I believe in teamwork. Again, I am repeating this term, teamwork. Without any teamwork, no big event can be organized successfully. So, the team that has been constituted by Ranjan, and I have seen it, as because since the inception of the idea of this international conference, I am in touch with the principal. And I have been observing these things, how it has been grown up, and ultimately it has become a successful event, ultimately. And in every stage, all the participants, all the family members of Siliguri College of Commerce, they dedicated themselves to make this event a grand success. And second thing is that the topic that has been chosen by the college and as well as the Institute for Cross Culture, with whom I am associated for a long time. This is an organization that works in different countries, not only in India, but in different countries. And I am fortunate enough to be there in different countries, also in their different events. So, the Institute for Cross Culture, and headed by Professor Chandana Chakraborty, who has unfortunately could not come over here in order to attend the seminar. Generally, she comes. And I was fortunate enough to organize this type of seminar in a small town. You know, I was in Managuri College. There I organized it. I organized it in Alipurdwar, my hometown. I organized it in Coach Bihar, where I was there for about 10 years. So, but Siliguri was not fortunate. But this is the time that you have broken the bar, and more importantly, that is the topic that has been chosen. From this point of view, it is very important. And almost all the papers I have seen and I have heard. And all the aspects of this topic were migration. And this topic has been chosen in such a way that so that in true sense multidisciplinary idea that was nurtured through this topic has become successful, from film studies to economics, from geography to literature. All the subjects were touched upon by different scholars, by different paper presenters. And through all these learned papers that were presented, that were placed, it is simply fantastic. And in national level also, we have seen our friend coming from Kashmir, our friend coming from Patna, and in different parts. And they have come and they have participated, they have presented the fantastic paper, fantastic deliberation that they have done, and they have added margin. They have done it successfully with a flying color so that this conference has become a successful one. This is the crux of the main theme of this seminar. And ultimately, so far my knowledge is concerned, the Siliguri College of Commerce headed by Dr. Ranjan Sarkar, one volume is going to be published consisting of all the papers. So, though it is not under my purview to tell still, I take the privilege to tell you that before the publication, I request all the paper presenters to review your papers, as because number of questions were raised during the deliberation, and immediately after your presentation, good questions, good discussions were held. And generally my suggestion is that on the basis of that discussion, on the basis of the questions that were raised immediately after your presentation, it is the opportunity of one paper presenter to take cognizance of those observations. And taking cognizance of those observations, it is your moral duty to include all the observations in your final presentation and make the paper full and then send it for publication, so that it will be one published volume, it will be included one book, and that will be a permanent asset for you as well as for the organizers. And I am sure Ranjan will choose such publisher so that it will be a good volume with national importance and international importance. And the topic is such a beautiful topic. I am sure this volume will be kept in all the important libraries in our country as well as in other. As because you know, the good publishers, they have the access to send their published book to different libraries. It is not the duty of the writer, it is not the duty of the local publisher or the local, that is the, for example, it is not the duty of the Siliguri College of Commerce to send this book to different libraries. For their own business interest, one good publisher, he sends all the book to all the important libraries. And from my old experience, I know it, that good publishers generally send their books to all important libraries, and you will not be astonished to see, if you visit Jawaharlal Nehru University library after 2 years, you will find that this volume has been kept in the library of the JNU. That's because this is a very important topic, and scholars will be doing research work on the related topic also. They will need your publications and they will cite your publications in their further research work, which will enhance your academic credibility through their citation. This is the success of this seminar. So, naturally, it is your duty to polish it, your paper, it is to be polished beautifully so that it can be placed successfully in that volume. And at the end of this, my short note, again from the core of my heart, from the innermost chamber of my being, I sincerely express heartfelt thanks and gratification for you, my dear team, and also headed by Ranjan, to make this event a grand success with a true flying color. So, with this short note, I would do hereby conclude my note. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a nice time.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enriching words. We have got many students who has been ardent listeners for the 2 days of session that was held in the international conference. Now, from the end of students, we would like to know a feedback. From the end of students, is there anyone who would like to give a feedback on this 2 days international conference? From the end of participants or from the end of students? A feedback? Please come forward.
Hello. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. I feel very blessed that I am a student of Siliguri College of Commerce because this type of international conference, I didn't do this type of conference before. So I feel so much blessed that I am the student of this college and I can show everything in front of my eyes and participate in singing and most of the precious parts. So I would like to conclude my conversation that this is very nice and
Is it an engaging one? Is it an engaging session?
yes.
Then please speak out there.
Engaging session, ma'am?
ভালো লাগলো কি না?
Yeah, it's very good and I literally feel very excited when I heard about the session and it's very good. It's very good enough. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone who would like to speak?
Good evening, principals and teachers. My name is Aryan Chaudhary, and I would like to say that I have learned many things, and this was the moment that I have experienced for the first time. As Principal Sir said, this is the first time when the college organized international conference, and I feel so lucky that I have joined this year only. This is the first semester. I am in the first year, and I experienced this. So I feel very blessed that I am the student of this college, and I'll make sure that I'll make the teachers, principals feel proud. Thank you.
Thank you. I would request Ms. Ranjana Yadav. Is she present? I would request Ms. Ranjana Yadav to please speak few words. Okay, she is not here. Is she there? Ma'am, please. Ma'am, please.
Thank you. And first, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Principal Sir and Dev Sir and the whole entire team. And first time I come in Siliguri, and here the warm, welcoming nature make me so pleasant, so cheerful. So thank you to all team. It's a teamwork, and each and every member show their stamina, show their nature. So thank you from core of my heart to each and every member of this committee, and especially student. Student is lifeline of all the teacher. So thank you, student, to be here.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I will request Dr. Shapna Mitra, ma'am, to please speak few words. I hope I'm not wrong.
First of all, I want to thank, few days back only, I want to be very, dear students, just listen for 2 minutes. Okay, thank you. First of all, just few days back, our principal sir, my principal sir, he shared the brochure in our WhatsApp group a month, 2 months ago. But due to my family problem, I have not seen that. So just few days back, I was looking back for the seminar because I never heard a seminar in Siliguri. Although I stay in Siliguri for I got married in Siliguri, but basically I'm from Alipurdwar. So what happened, I called first number. That number didn't pick up. I called the second number. That number also nobody picked up. Then I called the third number. That is Debabroto Shur sir. So I want to thank Debabroto Shur sir to pick up my call and gave me assurance that please ma'am, send your abstract, do the registration, and your paper, you can present a paper. And I want to apologize because my only child is admitted in nursing home since Sunday. So yesterday also only 4 hours I could stay here. Today also first session I missed. I generally always be there when I participate in a seminar. This time I could not attend the first half today because of this happened. And I really feel it is a full-fledged academic session. Everywhere, wherever we go for the seminar presentation, we see only the participant and the college staff members. But here I can see that there is a paper, every paper has a question session, and the presenters got sufficient time to present, and really is a very, very encouraging. I wish that Siliguri, and I also want to say that Siliguri College of Commerce, my husband studied in this college, so I wish the college will organize same thing in the near future. I wish all the best to all of you who are present here. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I will request Mr. Rashid Sheikh sir to please speak a few words.
Thanks, ma'am, for giving me an opportunity to speak few words on the successful conclusion of this, we can say, most important event that was purely a global event, and everything which was done here, it was done in an elaborative and we can say intelligent way. I got very much impressed and learned a lot, so many things about the culture of this place, because the cultural program you displayed yesterday, it was really wonderful. Students have worked very hard, and they displayed their talent in front of the whole fraternity. Not only this, but we see that the papers, because I missed the first day, the second day the papers which we can say listened, they were really, we can say, research-based papers, they were really, we can say, opinion-based papers, and everything was done in a wonderful way. Thanks for organizing such a wonderful event, and thanks for giving me an opportunity to be here in this place, perhaps which I would not have seen if the organizers would not have given me an opportunity to present the paper here. Thanks once again.
I would now request Associate Professor Shri Sandipan Bhattacharya sir to please give his few words. Please.
Organizing committee, on behalf of the principal and on behalf of the governing body, we are extremely happy to have conducted this seminar, this international seminar, or rather conference, with such success. Now, on behalf of all of us, we want to thank the participants, we want to thank the resource persons, we want to thank the dignitaries who are on the dais, principals of various colleges, and lastly, on my personal self, I want to thank Dr. Dev Kumar Mukherjee, ex-Vice Chancellor of Kuchbihar Panchanan Brahma University, for his participation in its truest form. You see, he is a Vice Chancellor, he's getting a pension and he can live his life happily ever after, nothing wrong there. He can simply carry on. But he came all the way to ensure that Siliguri actually conducts an international seminar with the support of Siliguri College of Commerce. So this is one thing which I appreciate, not only appreciate, I acknowledge, and on behalf of Siliguri College of Commerce, I'm extremely grateful to him. Now, having said this, I presume we have had different topics of war, migration, and the retrenchment and the chaos that follows after the war, and different topics which are of very rich in nature. There were participants from Kashmir, there were participants from the USA. These international figures had to be brought here, and we are happy for that. And the local faculties here, in and around Siliguri, in and around Bengal, who have presented their paper, all of them had something to say very useful. So having said this, I once again thank all the members here, all the participants, my college people, teaching, non-teaching staff, who have actually supported this seminar, cooperated with us in its truest form. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I will request Associate Professor Devbrata Shur sir to please speak a few words.
First of all, I would like to thank everybody, all the participants and the office staff and the teachers of Siliguri College of Commerce who made this event very successful, and thanks to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would now like to request Honorable Principal Professor Dr. Ranjan Sarkar, Siliguri College of Commerce, to please speak a few words.
Formally, everything has been completed formally, but informally, I would like to declare one thing rather, that is due to this hard work and long hours of working since last few days, couple of days, everything has been successfully completed. So being in the head of the institution, it has come to my notice that a few of my colleagues, they have already urged through various platforms, please sir, do something so that we can take rest or ample rest tomorrow. So taking into account these things, tomorrow college will remain closed. So this is one declaration. And another declaration for everybody. Sir rightly pointed out also, Devkumar sir, in his speech, very soon we are going to publish this volume with ISBN number from a very reputed international publication house from Delhi. So please, those who are interested, and this is not sufficient to publish your papers, you have submitted only abstracts only. So if you are really interested to publish your research work into a book volume, using or within ISBN number, so definitely you have to submit, you have to work on it, finish it completely in a very vivid way, and resubmit the same. Somebody, I think I saw in the mail, somebody have already submitted papers, in full papers, but I must say, please recheck that one. Do check, cross-check, and resubmit these papers, because we are going to publish this from a very reputed international publication house from Delhi. So if it is possible, please submit your full paper, full-length paper by February. I'm not saying in January. Take 1.5 month time, but by February 20th, so that we can complete the publication process in this year, that is this financial year, within 2026 March. So keeping in mind, I request all of you, those who have already given papers, those who submitted papers, full papers, please do recheck and resubmit the paper, so that we can, in a very foolproof way, so that we can publish. But if this paper will not be published, I can assure you, those who will submit the good papers in a right way, right fashion, these papers will be published. This will go through a rigorous process of editing and so on. Peer reviewing should be there. So after this rigorous process, this will be finally selected for publication. I would like to publish everyone's paper, but as of now, it is not possible to publish everyone's paper. Please do check your papers and make rectification and referencing in APA format, latest APA format. These things you have to keep in mind. Otherwise, giving in only full paper is not sufficient to be published in an international publication with ISBN number. This is another important announcement. And again, I would like to thank all of you, especially the participants from across the country, across the globe, for your all support. It has been possible to complete this process. Thank you once again to Dev Kumar sir, Chandana madam, and every team, Siliguri College of Commerce, all teaching and non-teaching staff members. Thank you so much, and I am indebted to all of you for making these things happen. I would also like to thank our team of software, our team maker, developer, and online YouTube live is available for everything. You can see, and you can see even after 1 month, 2 months, everything is in online in our that is YouTube channel. I would like to special thank to Shaugato Bodua. He is the Chairman of NVFA, North Bengal Film and Animation and Film Academy, Director of NVFA. So I am indebted to him. He has given his ample time, and I have already disturbed him throughout night, around 3 p.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., every day. Every night we were working on it, and I have called him maybe around 3 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m., and throughout the night we were working together to make it happen successful. So I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart to everybody, especially Shaugato and his team. They have done really good job in this. And again, this is not would have not been possible with my colleagues. Everyone, my colleagues are there. They are part and parcel of your process. But beside this, Vipulda, he is sitting just right side. So this is also important. Without their support, it could not have been possible. And I would like to give special thanks to our supporters. So special thanks to our supporters, those who have supported financially, like Jalpaiguri Institute of Technology, the director of Jalpaiguri Institute of Technology, CEO, and other groups. This has already been mentioned in that abstract volume. So I'm not taking everyone's name, but yes, I'm indebted to each and every sponsor. Whatever the amount they have supported, including Shohid Khudiram College, our collaborative support, and the principal sir is there, Dr. Shamul Sarkar, I'm indebted to him also. And everyone has been supportive to me to make these things happen, to make this international conference a reality one. So again, I would like to thank our staff members, everybody, including SB sir, Joint Convener, Secretary, from office, Orindam, Rajuda. They have supported wholeheartedly every time to make things happen. Manojda. So everyone has been so supportive. My colleagues, Shumon, Indranilda, Shagor, who is not. I am not, maybe Ayub, Bholada, everyone is there in front of me. Everyone has been so supportive to me. And that's because this is a reality nowadays. And the result, that's why we have captured every moment for the last few days. Not for today's, maybe after 2 years, 3 years, we'll cherish looking through these YouTube channels, through these videos, and we'll cherish to some extent. Yes, someday, maybe last 3 years back, we had a session, international conference, of very good flavor. And yes, we can cherish these points. And as a memory of this, we have captured every moment of these sessions in a YouTube channel. So hopefully, those who have missed some sessions, definitely you can enjoy these sessions, you can observe these sessions, you can view this in this YouTube channel as well. It is available always. So thank you so much once again to all our sponsors, our collaborators, our staffs, our agency, that is Institute for Cross-Cultural Studies, everyone, including Onka. I didn't mention the name of Onka. So Pranabda. So they are the pillar. So I no need to mention their names. They have been always supported me, and that's why. Whatever I have done since last 2.5 years, everything has been possible by this team only. So this is teamwork. Principal can think so many things, but principal cannot implement any single thing without the support from his whole team. And this is what I am indebted to all my staff's colleagues, those who have been so supportive to me for the last 2.5 years. And what about the decisions I am dreaming of? I am very much academic dreamer and administrative dreamer. I am dreaming of everything ahead of some years, 2 years, half an hour. So where I would like to see my college to be after 2 years, 3 years. And I am very good dreamer, and they have been supported me to make these dreams into reality. So thank you so much to all of you for all your positive support to make these things happen. Thank you so much and namaskar. Thank you.
At last, no speech for Principal Mathamanga College, Siliguri Commerce College. I please to you for one song and chorus song. We are all. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Someday amra korbo joy, amra korbo joy, amra korbo joy nishchoy. Oh buker gobhire ache je protoy, amra korbo joy নিশ্চয় আমরা করব জয়, আমরা করব জয়, আমরা করব জয় নিশ্চয়। ও বুকের গভীরে আছে যে প্রত্যয়, আমরা করব জয় নিশ্চয়। हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। ओ मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। We shall overcome, we shall overcome, we shall overcome someday. Oh বুকের গভীরে আছে যে প্রত্যয়, আমরা করব জয় নিশ্চয়।